Hello, hello. Here we are. Here we are. How are you doing today? A lot of people on the Zoom today. It's going to be a really nice session with you all today. We have some really great news to talk about, and we're going to tell you also about some great news and what's coming next week, which is amazing. And 1 second, I'm just going to prepare a little bit of a slideshow here, and all of a sudden we will be up and running. So here we are. My name, Andreas Christensen. I am the founder of Super One, and most of you heard me many times before. And I welcome you to this Super Sunday. I'm starting off this new type of presentations we are doing. And from next week, it will be different hosts that will have these on a weekly update. We will give you update from our operation, from our game development, from our marketing and new partnerships and things we do. So I'm starting this today, and there are some things we can tell you, and there is a lot of things we can't tell you. The reason for this is we are subject to non-disclosure clauses in some of our agreements, and there are also some things that needs to be pre-approved by our partners. I'm going to talk about that today, and I'm going to show you how we approach this further. So let's get started. It's Sunday. We all want to get into the game, and we're going to have share with you some amazing news and an amazing prospect for where we are going. And I also want to say we're going to have a Q&A towards the end of this. There's always some need to get some questions answered. And I want you to keep these questions related to what we talk about today, which is about partners and about the short road in front of us. We're not going to speak about listing, and we're not going to speak about things related to the creator compensation model, and we're not going to speak about support questions. That we leave for another occasion. So let's get started here. And today it's labeled all about our partners. It is about the firms we work with, and the firms that brings us into the market and to help us deliver an outstanding service to everyone. So that's the theme for today. And I'm going to start off by just saying the market status, to talk a little bit about the blockchain and crypto market. I mean, we are living and breathing in that market, so we are, of course, affected. And as all of you probably know, we had over the past 2 weeks, we've seen a really shake up in the market because of the FTX situation. What we can say is that the market has kind of how should I say, at least come to reason, and I think there's a lot of actors that are collaborating to provide security to people in the market. You looked at the Binance; they launched their little recovery fund, not little, big, on Friday. And we see that regulators coming up. So, but this doesn't really affect what we do. It affects us in the terms of liquidity in the market and in terms of listing, but not from a gaming perspective. We are not we are not affected by this. So it is turmoil in the market, create negative sentiment around crypto and blockchain, which is of course not good, as we are very strong believers in that market, and it powers our business model. But let's hope that recovers soon and move on. So our journey is what we're going to speak a little bit about now in the beginning, and we're going to go to our powerful roadmap. So we started back in the early 2019, even towards actually the end of 2018, but we started really in 2019. We had some bumpy roads. We worked our way towards the status where we are today. We had a lot of different milestones. There has been a lot of changes when it comes to different aspects of the business. We have expanded the game. We have limited the game in the very beginning to football. We have new partnerships. We have worked with the creator model. We've been through different cycles with COVID-19. We have been through ups and downs in the crypto market. We've been doing that. We kind of walk the talk. And sometimes we have to change the course a little bit. It's a little bit like when you look at your Google map and you go driving from A to B, and all of a sudden comes a roadblock. And then Google is diverting you another road. And that's what we've been doing. We always negotiate the prevailing conditions in the market. So where we are today, we have started our pre-launch. So the pre-launch is a very small beginning, but you know, big things have small beginnings. So we started off with that earlier this week with our partner. We're going to talk about that. Then we are just moments away from launching our free games, which will be World Cup related games. It will be expanded into different top categories in football. And we have some amazing new partnerships to announce today that will make that really flying. So the whole idea with the free games is to build a massive user base. We're going to do that by giving away prizes like we talked about before. And we're going to have that rolling out in the Battle Royale format. Then we will introduce the paid games with bigger prices, percentage-wise, based on what's wagered and what the entry tickets are. And we're going to have these paid games is really when we really start monetizing. And we're also going to introduce, and that's also related to our new partnership, we're going to introduce Star Games coming in the first half of 2023. So a very, very exciting roadmap going forward over the next 6 months. Extremely exciting, maybe too excited, but we are really believers in this, and we work our butts off to really make this great. I just have one of our team members here in Norway came back from India. I've been there a week supervising the team, looking into details before game launch, and it looks very, very good. They've done a fantastic job over there over the past months. So let's look into the service providers. Those are the firms that help us do something. We don't label them as partners. They are service providers. That means they provide a service to us, very simple, but they are high quality providers. And we talked about Ashram Trading as a market maker before. We also talked about KPMG doing technology audits. And we're going to show you the next audit they came with. We are also proud to introduce one of the market's leading security audit firms, Halborn. They have already started doing security audit of our smart contracts and our platform. They are, in example, responsible for security on Coinbase. So it's a massive partnership. And due to the good relations Warren in our team have with them, we were able to bypass their 6 months waiting queue. So these are really attractive guys there, and they are really clever. We have signed up and contracted Market Across as our PR agency. It's the world's leading blockchain PR agency. They are responsible for campaigns. One of the biggest clients is Binance, probably the biggest. They are for several other remarkable projects, including Axie Affinity. They are well known. They are headquartered out of Tel Aviv in Israel. Really hardcore, good working guys. And we have started with them. We started nailing out the strategy. We're starting out how we do things. These are the guys that's going to get us into the global press in a professional way. That's why we not always give information now, because we have to channel things through our PR agent to see how we're going to spin each and every story. It's not just like pumping things out on a blog, if it could be an article in the Forbes or in Cointelegraph or things like that. So that's where we are. That's the service providers. And you can look here at the right. We have the latest KPMG report coming out of India. We have not disclosed any details on addresses and things because we cannot have hundreds of people contacting KPMG asking, is this true? Because it is true. And if somebody needs even further proof, contact us. We cannot have that. We will never do that with partners because we have bad experience with it. But anyway, so KPMG, you can see the team is growing. We are now more than 30 people. We employed 4 new developers the past week, and we are actually 33 developers at the moment working hard on creating these things. And we are moving forward very, very swiftly. So now we're going to talk about the main subject today, which is our marketing partners. And as some of you have seen, we are in the market already with Goal. And some of you have seen that, but Goal is our main partner when it comes to the football audience. We signed this agreement a while ago, and at that point in time, we didn't disclose the partner, but Goal is part of a company. And we're going to come out with that name and with the other products that we are also into when it comes to football. But Goal alone has 640 million football fans. 640 million football fans every month. They are providing their services in 17 languages in 200 countries. They have more than a freaking 1 billion video views every month. It's insane. And they reach more than 500 million mobile gamers on a monthly basis. So this is serious partner. It's the biggest media publisher in the world specializing in football. There is no one even close. So this is amazing. And it was a long process to get there. We had some great people in our team. The FIFA agent Lou Sticka has done a remarkable job of getting this deal done, and it's been a long journey. And now we are there. We just started, like I showed in the roadmap. We have a 1-year agreement already. So this is just started. We're just a few days into opening this, and this is just the beginning. And we are only opening this as a teaser for the moment. So last year, they had something called Goal 50, which they also have this year. Last year, and Goal 50 is the where you can vote for the best players in the world, the best players, the best football players, the top 50 players, the Messi, the Ronaldo, the Haaland, the whatever they are all called, the Neymars. Okay, so last year Visa was their main partner. Okay, this year Super One is their main partner. We are their main partner for this Goal 50, and that's what we started with. We just started with Goal 50, testing the water, doing things. We come with our advertisements here that you see in gold. We kind of testing. It comes a lot more. It comes lively things, comes new videos. Our creative department has done a good job of aligning our assets with Goal. It's a kind of comprehensive system because they are on a global scale. There are many approvals and a lot of things. So we are running safe and smooth in the very beginning, and we are then adding more and more functionality to it. Lively ads, HTML, video, more video ads, more stuff coming. But it's cool to see that in a global, during the first day, they had more than 1 million votes already. And to see that Super One is now glued together with Messi, Ronaldo on a third-party website. So this is the main leading football website in the world, and they're running our partnership there. And we are not only sponsoring them, we are also partners into their whole ecosystem. So you're going to see a lot of things coming on the Goal platform as we move forward. So that's really cool. And we are doing this in many languages, so it's not that simple. I mean, we are using authorized translators. We are dealing back and forth with a large amount of assets, and this is what takes time. It's really, I won't say troublesome, but it's labor. So you need to be very particular what you're doing. You need to wake up in the morning and really pay attention. So this is what we've been doing now. We are rolling it out, and we are slowly increasing and increasing, and we're gonna make that really cool. So these are just teasers, and that's what you need to understand. It's not like you turn on a heater and it's like from 0 to hero in one go. We have faced a lot of things during these few days. In example, we had a Facebook registration API. Everything works at testing. And when we get volume, Facebook stopped our API. Why? That's what Facebook do sometimes. They stopped our API connection, our sign-up, because they thought it was something not real. So we need to clarify that with the Facebook team, which took a day or two, and that's all clarified and working fine. But these are things. That's why I say there is no switch from 0 to hero. It's gonna take gradual growth, and that's what we do. We work hard, we come up with new things, we fix things as we move on. And you will see in the app today, we have blocked the current back office for new users coming in via Goal, because we don't want to mix them into all the binary and all the back office. So it's coming. The whole back office thing is being scripted and programmed as we already designed everything, and there are hundreds of pages coming in that app. So the whole new wallet section and a whole new bonus section. It's amazing graphics, and you've seen many of it, and we have improved some of it, and we're going to keep improving. So that's also coming to the market over the next few weeks. There are many developers working on this now, and one of the biggest challenges have actually been to crack the decode what we had from before, because it was, and those of you use the app understand it's a lot of different aspects into that app that's not all aligned well with the players. So we are doing a little bit of shifting. But anyway, that's cool. That's what we do. We work hard, as always in Super One, to do that. And I can tell you the partnership with Goal will expand to really huge proportions as we move forward. And when the game comes, it's going to be much more. So that's one of our marketing partners. And I have one more thing to talk about today. It's going to be a quick one today. You're probably going to have a lot of questions, but there are one more thing we're going to speak about. And I'm going to say that I hoped I was able to say the name of this partner and to use their logo. And we signed this partner on Thursday, middle of the day. But due to travel, we have an agreement. Like I said, there are non-disclosure clauses in the agreements. I'm not able to use that without the pre-authorization, which I am getting. It's not a big deal. It's just like I want to follow to the letter in these agreements now, because this is really heavy hitters. So I really want to be 1000% sure that we do everything by the letter of our agreement. Due to travel, we were not able to pre-authorize slides with this, so we're not doing that. So what I'm going to tell you, we have a new football partnership that counts for more than 65,000 professional players in the world. It incorporates the 15 national teams. It's crazy. It's basically all the professional football players in the world, and it's their national teams. This is a global agreement of dimension. It's really amazing partnership, and it adds to the equation together with Goal. Together with Goal, we are creating a new trinity in the football trivia gaming. It's amazing. It's going to be really powerful, and we have some really nice games that these professional players will adore. This is a really big accomplishment for us, and all of you know I mentioned the star games coming in the first half. Imagine these players. So what we have achieved is license right to use their names and pictures. And of course, we added a sweet deal to the equation. So there are deals on the table. Always in the football industry, there is a deal around the corner. So we're going to have, I can't guarantee which, we're going to have some of the world's most profiled players coming into our star games and really promoting this and really gonna make this a huge thing for us. So imagine when we combine that with the power of Goal. Goal has more than 600 contributors, journalists, bloggers all over the world, doing hundreds of articles every day. We're going to combine this with this new football partnership, and we are creating a trinity, three-party cooperation between Goal and this new football partnership and Super One. So we're going to use these players to engage their audience, and we're going to use Goal to amplify their message. And we all know that sports stars, not only football, but stars in general, they are very much care about their appearance in media. That's their equity. And we are able to deliver it to them on a silver plate. We are able to deliver, first of all, we have the license to use it, and we are able to deliver media coverage of their games. So imagine how this will be. It's one of my brainchilds over the past couple of months. And again, I will honor Lou Sticka, our FIFA agent, working closely with me. And this has been a really rough, not a rough, but it's been a hard deal to close. We've been on this for a long time, and this is really a great accomplishment for all of us. So why we don't say too much is because we have a global press release that goes live next week, and that is an exciting press release. So we crafted that on Friday, but we haven't been able to have all the lawyers to approve everything. That's why we just need to run through that process, and it will of course be shared with you. But as our market PR agents tell me, Andreas, don't push anything out to the blog or to the community before we test the water with some of the leading media companies in the world, because this will hit headlines. And what we need, what you and me and everybody benefit from, is to get Super One into the press. We need to Google better, we need to become better, and we have employed some or deployed some of the best service providers in that, the best PR agency, so we have to listen a little bit to them. So when we don't release everything and we don't respond to everything at all times, there is a reason for it. Like I say to my my family sometimes, there's a reason for things. That we're thinking ahead of the step. We are putting a lot of resources into this now for how we're going to go and get into the market, get our message across. How we do that, we've been working out a long strategic media plan together with market across, and that's what we're going to work on the next days, months, and weeks, whatever coming. And you will of course be a material part of it, but sometimes we have to let the global press get their first attention or first bite. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to stop there now by saying my favorite quote: big things have small beginnings. We have started on one of the most exciting gaming journeys in football history. We are changing the way with the partnerships we have. We have some of the best partners you can have. There are other partners in the market are multi-billion dollar gaming companies. So we are small now, but we're gonna be huge. So this snowball effect will really catch fire. So that's where we are. I think we have some of the best partners at the table now, and we have aligned interest. We have aligned you and me and everyone in Super One have aligned interest with basically the whole rat pack of professional football players, the biggest media company within the football industry. What's not to love? That's amazing. So with those notes, I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to run a Q&A because there are always a lot of questions. And I see there are some questions now. Are we going to do that? And we'll see what we have for questions here. Okay, there is. I'm not going to answer questions related to exchange and to that kind of thing, because it's another thing. We are definitely gonna list. It will not happen in 2022. It will happen very early in 2023. That we already can say, and that's not only because of us. It's also due to the market situation. I'm not going to use this as an excuse. I just use this as an explanation, because the liquidity dried up pretty quick past 2 weeks. But it doesn't affect us from the gaming side, so we are just steaming ahead with the game, and we're doing that very well. So there is someone asking for creative Zooms. Yes, it's coming. We're going to have Super Sunday. We have a new, very enthusiastic guy coming in there that's going to be hosting Super Sundays every Sunday at 3 o'clock. And I'm going to be part of that, but not leading it. We're going to have Stians, we have creative Zooms, a lot of things happening. So tomorrow, we are releasing the updated presentation. Has been work in progress for a long time, but we need a little bit of approvals from our partners before we'll release them. Okay, that's why things takes more time. It's not only me or my team that have to deliver things. We have to send it away. We need to wait for approval before we move on. That's the way we work now. So people are talking about asking when the game launch. We started now with a pre-launch where we just start adding people to the platform. It's going well, and what's going to happen is that we're going to open the games in very early December, and then we're going to start moving with the games and going forward. So daily presentations is being asked here. That will be conducted by our creative teams, led by Stian, Amanda, Shelley, and some more people coming in now. We have some great, exciting people that's coming in helping us, and we're gonna let them introduce themselves next Sunday. So we're gonna have this weekly update, and we're gonna provide regular updates to the field. But like I said, there are limitations to what we can speak about. There are limitations to what we can speak about because we want to keep some of the news stories for the main media. That's one reason. Another thing, we are under non-disclosure agreements for things some things. And the third thing is actually we need to keep something a little bit abreast when it comes to the listing and stuff like that, because it's sensitive things. So I think, and thank you for amazing opportunity. Thank you very much. So there is always that when we send out an email or we have a presentation, I get a little bit two type of answers. I get negative people, which I don't care about, and I get positive people. And it's always warming to receive these laurels. I mean, we work very hard. We've done a lot of things. Not everything we have done has been perfect. We are nobody's perfect. I mean, if you're not failing in the world, you're not trying hard enough. So that's it. We have been persistent. The team has worked really hard, and I will applaud Stians has been very, very loyal and hardworking. And without them and without me, what we three have done together, this would never have been moving forward. Most people have quit or done something else and jumping to another project. And I say, okay, let's do that. Let them do that. Let them do that. It's their choice. So the grass is not always greener on the other end, and we're coming now, steaming to the market with a fantastic business prospect, and we're going to be the talk of the town, talk of the crypto world in 2023. And we have the best amplifiers. We have the best partners to market our game. We have the backing of the organizations for all the professional players. We have the best marketing agency. We have security. We have our team, and we own the whole technology. So nobody decides what we do. Nobody can copy us or do something. There will be copycats, but we will be the original. We will be the poster child of this type of gaming, and we're going to be numero uno, second to none. So you're asking for creative presentations. Yes, we have them, but we haven't released them. So it's coming tomorrow. And somebody will probably ask, is there a recording from this? Of course it is. We always do that. And Yeah, there is asking for a video. Yes, we have a video already on the website, and we can publish a video in a small little video we did in our Telegram channel. So let me tell a little bit about what's going to happen. Some of the leadership in Super One will exit a lot of the WhatsApp groups, a lot of other stuff, because we're going to concentrate using Telegram. We're going to concentrate using dedicated channels from the company. And we're going to, this is based on advice from our PR agency and our security. So we're going to do a little bit, we're going to narrow the scope a little bit, and we're going to have all this synchronized, and we're going to use amplification of our messages across social media. And yeah, so a lot of things. Somebody's asking for a written compensation plan. We have released the creator playbook, which contains all details, and it's coming in a new version also tomorrow, because we changed the parameters. So we're gonna keep the token price on 0.20 until the end of this month, from December 1st, which is just before we're opening the game. We pop it up to 0.40. We already informed you about that, and we're gonna take this token upwards, and that's what we want. We are not here lowballing. So the thing is, the value of this company is increasing dramatically as we enter the market. Now we have disclosed some of our partnerships, and only those, when we talk to investment bankers, only those partners is just adding a zero, more or less, to the valuation. So and that's not in front of the figure. So someone's asking about new white paper. Yes, we are also doing that. We've written a large part for the game and for the creative part, and we're doing the team part. A lot of things is updating in these things, but we can't do everything in one go. We have white paper, we have a light paper, we have these presentations, we have the creative playbook. Now the team has been very, very occupied doing these goal things. It's not that easy. It's not like one ad. There is a lot coming. There is much more update to it. And we are creating, as we speak, a new video that will contain the game Battle Royale and the Battle World, which is the extension. And for those of you who remember, we talked about a fandom metaverse. We have kind of ditched that word because nobody understands what we're talking about if you step outside the blockchain world. So we called it Battle World, with all the towers and everything is there. And now we're using Battle Royale as the initial game. We're moving to Battle World also in 2023. So the thing is, the concept is still there. We just cherry pick what we publish, okay, and what we talk about. We have to concentrate, because now, first of all, it's the game that's the most important thing in our journey now. The thing is the free game, where we're going to give away prizes to millions of people all over the world. They're going to be so grateful. It's going to be amazing. It's really going to be something. And to use another man's words, make gaming great again. It's really going to be cool. We are changing and we are disrupting the industry with our business model. Our real-time sharing business model is what's going to catch fire as we move forward. Don't expect to be super rich tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. Because as we turn on the paid games, and you have built your network, you built your community or your teams, that's what's going to give you, going to reap you good benefit for many, many years to come as we move on. And needless to say, when we switch on paid games, you're going to earn from the fees, you're going to earn from the advertising, you're going to earn from all these things we're doing. So it is amazing, really prosperous. It's really prosperous, but it's not made in one day. So again, I'm going to end this presentation now. I see there are some more questions. Yeah, have you considered converting to fiat currency? we will have fiat currency. Once we enter the app, we are in the App Store, okay? We updated our apps, I think, 130 times now, if not 140. So we've been in the App Store for years, and we are updating them. So what we're going to do when we open the game with paid games, we're going to open so you can buy into the game from the App Store. So we're going to have, it's fiat money. If money going to come from Apple and Google to us, okay? It's traditional in-app purchases. That's what we're going to do. But we're still going to keep the crypto as an alternative for those who want to do that, okay? I truly believe that crypto has a very, very great future to its nature over fiat, because the digital way that money are transferred using crypto, first of all, it's very traceable. That's one thing. You can trace much more than you can do with fiat. So there is, of course, as we've seen over the past weeks, a lot of legal and governmental regulatory aspects related to crypto that needs to enhance. And we will be very material part of that in what we do with KYC, with different aspects and lookup of addresses. And we want to be a good actor, and we want to be compliant with all the regulations around the world. And we have initiatives now going on to the Japanese community, because as we know that these type of reward schemes has been a little bit under fire in Japan lately. So a very famous big Herbalife needed to close their or suspend their operation because they had some clauses in their compensation plan. Basically, we have listened to that, and we have accommodated our model accordingly. And we are now undergoing legal due diligence in Japan with some reputable law firms to make sure that all is compliant with the Japanese regulations. So those things we have to adapt all the time. We have to negotiate the prevailing conditions, and that's what we're doing in Super One. And we are famous for doing that. And so that's good. And thank you. There was a lot of people asking American football. Of course, NFL will be included. Of course, basket will come. And we're doing that. We have a fantastic content team. And we employed actually 2 new people to the content team 2 weeks ago, coming from Ukraine. They are actually refugees in Norway. We had a job opening. They applied, and I was so happy when they applied, because they are really good. Both are educated photographers, and we employed both of them over the Norwegian. They're hardworking, and they're part of our team, and we try to help as much we can. And in that sense, we did that. So it's a good gesture. And we got really skilled people coming to us. So it's really cool. Somebody's asking if the loot boxes are the same. The loot box prices are the same. The content is what's changing. So when we changed now, we changed earlier from 10 to 20 cents on the token. It's half the token. So that applies when we change from 20 to 40 cents. Going to be half of that again. And we are running out of the pool token. That's a limited. That's going to be the last batch we have. So that's really something exciting to catch into. So we're not gonna talk more about the creator scheme today. Somebody is asking me if I am concerned if there are few purchases after we went from 10 to 20 cents. No, because experience in hand, when you bump up the price like this, it's always a little bit of downturn. We haven't held presentations in the way we hold back actually new things because of the partnerships, like I explained. So that was anticipated and was actually expected, but there are also being done a lot of other stuff here, and we know that volume will be recouped very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. We're going to have the same run now when we go to 40. You can imagine, if you look into something and you look into there are many successful companies out there, and you were able to buy on 10, 20, 40 cents, it's okay. once we have 3 million paying players, which is my main goal, you will look back and said, I was lucky. I was really lucky because I made a lot on this. It's not only making money from the raise of the token, which of course everybody understands is important. The pool token gives you a daily payoff all the time. So one thing you have to understand, every transaction on our platform creates nearly or around 10,000 transactions on our platform. Every purchase goes to 10,000 transactions. That's why we had to re-engineer a lot of our platform. And that's why we have seen some slowness in some latency in our processing, because we were not, okay, we knew it was coming, but we were maybe a little bit late to implement the new databases. The reason why there is so many, first of all, you have the creative bonuses. That's one thing, but you have the staking that goes, you have the pool that goes. All this is now separated into different processing units. Before they were sequential, so you just had to wait until one was completed before you started on the next one. Now we're changing that. So now we are doing it much more dynamically from a database point of view. We brought in 3 of India's top rock star developers, and we are paying them more than we pay for top developers in Norway. Really rock star people, you have to pay them. And the thing is, these guys are earning a lot. They're so good, and that's good to see. Is we work with the best, and we work to do this because when the game open, we're looking at a massive influx of people. We need to be able to handle maybe 1 million concurrent. I say 10 million is my design language. My design requirement is 10 million concurrent users. So you need to be able to scale your databases horizontally, and you need to have extremely fast connections. Okay. So that's a lot of things we shouldn't talk about today. It's exciting. And yeah, there is about the NFT cards. We've done something cool with the NFTs. It's coming, but let's keep that as a secret for when we open the game, because we have coming with a little new collection of World Football NFTs, all connected to the initial gameplay. And people think that, okay, if you are launching in the middle of the World Cup, or you're losing 2 weeks of the World Cup or whatever, it's not like that. Football is still popular. It's popular all the time. And we're going to blend in. We're going to launch these Manchester, Liverpool, FC Barcelona, Real Madrid games. All these are launching consecutively. We have tons of content coming. We have new image partners providing us with beautiful content. We also have a new image partner providing us with football history, European football history. So we can roll back and we can engage new audiences on a deeper level, going way back to the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So it's really amazing. That's the way we work. We are now more than 60 people working on a day-to-day basis. I believe that before we flip New Year, we are probably 80. And before we enter exit Q1, we are probably 120 people, double the size. It's a lot of efforts needs to do this creation. We managed to really oil and grease our organization and get reporting. What we need now is more management, more creative people. It's always hard to get high quality or top-notch people. So comes a question from Andy about rugby. Yeah, we said rugby is coming. It's one of the big sports. So good. They say that our help center staff is very efficient. I hope so. We monitor them on performance every day. The same we monitor everyone on the creative or on the content side. I have a big TV screen in the office where everyone's production is monitored hour by hour by hour in real time. So same with developers. They every morning they have to stand up in front of me and everybody else in the tech team, and they have to explain what they do, and they have to account for what they do. It's become a great machinery now rolling. We are not that much dependent on single people anymore. We are more like a professional organization moving forward. And now we are adding more and more weight to it, more and more gratitude, more and more experience. And you see how we continue. You see how KPMG measuring our team, more and more people every month. So that's it for today. A lot of good questions. I thank you very, very much for this. And I'm a little bit sorry, not a lot, but a little bit sorry that I couldn't pop the partner and just wait 72 hours and they're going to pop it to you or something like that. We need a little bit of thing. I'm meeting them. I'm meeting that partner, and I'm meeting Lou Sticka, our FIFA agent from Australia. We have a dinner next Saturday in Milan. So we are meeting up. We are putting our toes into the football world, and it's going to be great. And really, what I look forward to is to see the amazing, and not to see the amazing game, because that I have seen, but to see the reaction of the world when this really amazing games hits the smartphones around the world for millions and millions of people, and they start making money. It's going to be a really cool machinery going. And we've done something on the NFT thing that will also incentivize gameplay. So it's cool. Yeah, it's good. It's there, and we are working hard. So thank you all for your attention today. And again, next week we will pop the final partner. And it's not the final partner, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. We haven't talked about basket, which we're already into. We haven't talked about NFL, which we are already discussing. So those partners are lining up. But the football partnership, the trinity we have, gonna be the role model for what we do in basket, in NFL, in rugby, even in, I can say so much. One of the stakeholders of goal, they have some of the biggest agencies in the world when it comes to famous people, to movie and music. So there is a bigger ecosystem here, and we're going to tell you all about it in more detail when we are completely ready. Okay, it's going to be, we do that. We're also going to take a lengthy session doing a technology brief, because there are amazing stuff happening on security side, on the tokenization, on the business model we're running, on the crypto, how we use it. There's a lot of things happening. It's going to be changes. We're still with Ripple, and we're going to stay with Ripple, but we're doing things with Ripple. We're doing things with our ledgers, how we're going to isolate a new ledger for each of you, how we're going to make sure that your NFTs are running smoothly within the ecosystem for you, how you can benefit from it. And the new app, the update. You saw small updates now. We have a huge update coming on the wallet side and the bonus side. It's amazing graphics. The user experience, the UX is much, much better, much more professional, and really delightful. So I'm looking forward. We have exciting weeks in front of us, really exciting weeks and months, but don't expect us to go to the moon immediately. Let's make sure that, simply make sure that we go forward. It's better to go slowly and safely and move forward. We're gonna win this. We're gonna take it home. Once we open the game now in a few weeks, it's gonna go crazy. So that's where we're going. Thank you very much. And there is one. Somebody's asking for a rollback to 10 cents for a short period. It never happened. We should never have been at 10 cents that long. So that's gone. There is something. Okay, if you go to an airport, okay, and there is the plane. You are at the airport, you are at the gate. Let's say you are at Heathrow in London. Everybody knows where it is or have been there. Okay, gate calling, British Airways, whatever, 764 to Sydney. Okay, you get on board. Okay, if you don't manage to get on board that plane, you see it on the tarmac ready to roll, it takes off and you're left at the airport. There is no rollback. They're not coming back for you. That was ages ago they did that. So don't expect that. Don't expect us to roll back. We are rolling forward. We're going forward and upwards. And that's where we're going. And what's going to happen, we can't guarantee anything. I can just guarantee we're not going to go back. That promo has been well communicated and it's gone. And the same 20 cent will be gone from 1st of December. So that's my only secure promise at this point in time. It will stop. Okay, so that's it. And there is no free lunch anymore. How do you buy? Ask your referral and get in there. There might be, until we have fixed some things tomorrow. You will get a message in the Telegram channel. I want everyone to go to Telegram, and it's Telegram's short. I think it's t.me or whatever, and it's Super One News, the official channel. So you should go there and subscribe. And we're going to also open some other channels shortly. So thank you for now. Have a great Sunday. Too much talk. We should talk about the partners. We've done that. It's great, prosperous. We are into the big league in football. And thank you very much and enjoy your Sunday. If there are anything, don't send it to admin or to ask at super.one. If you have support questions, send it to help at super.one, because the help account is being monitored 24/7 and it gets into a system we have. Okay, thank you very much and enjoy your Sunday.